Do we recommend any prescription meds that can help with anxiety? My tinnitus gets better when I'm very relaxed, but that's not too common these days. So, you're not going to have any audiologist recommend prescription medication. There definitely are prescription medications that can help anxiety. And the first point of contact would be to go to a primary doctor if you have one. If you don't have a primary doctor, because many people don't, then you could go to an urgent care, or you can find a primary doctor in your local area. And when they know your full medical history, including your tinnitus, they can give a recommendation for medication that may help with anxiety. Additionally, there's other considerations for what may be causing anxiety, and that should be explored too. This is real, this is important. And something that I've been thinking about a lot recently is managing tinnitus is hard. Managing tinnitus can be very difficult, and it can be a challenging mental, psychological process. This is something that we don't necessarily have a healthy conversation about in the clinic. That yes, we're presenting management options, yes, we're presenting treatment options, yet still it can be challenging, and we acknowledge that. And our main message is don't give up and don't lose your hope and your faith. We try our best to publish the success stories for our patients who are willing to go on camera, and those are important to remind us, okay, this, even though this is not a cure solution, this can be managed to the point where it's no longer a problem in my life. And that's a real transformation. And perhaps the first step is to go into what may be causing anxiety. And even if that seems like tinnitus was the cause of anxiety, there's still room to explore and hopefully improve. So we really appreciate this question, and mental health is so important. That's why we do what we do. So thank you guys for being here. We have Donnie saying thank you as well. We're just going to wrap up. I'm going to pass it over to you, Dr. Michelle. Do you have any last words for us here on today's live stream with Treble Health?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of go off of what you were just talking about. So obviously, yeah, we're not here to recommend any kind of prescription medications to help with stress, anxiety, or depression or sleep, but we definitely recommend a lot of holistic measures that can help naturally with some hormones like dopamine, serotonin. So we know things like getting enough sleep really helps. Reducing stress and anxiety, exercise, any kind of meditation, basically anything that benefits your overall physical and mental well-being will also help with those natural hormones that our body has to help us feel better, help with things like inflammation, sleep, our mood. So those are things that we often recommend and that we can recommend and that definitely work. I hear all the time from individuals that incorporating things like physical exercise or meditation has really been that last push that they needed to get to a much better place with their tinnitus.